How attractive is Mikkelsen, really? Welcome back to LookLogix, everyone. Today I'll assess the facial harmony attractiveness of Mikkelsen. We'll start with his front and side ratios, and then go into his plan and potential, and then his key strengths and weaknesses, all for his face. I've mapped his front and side profile on faceiq Labs. Pretty accurate, and we're going to see his scale from, or a score that he gets from a 0 to 10. So really quickly, put your comment in what you think it will be, what his harmony scoring will be, and we'll also see his percentile and then how many people he is, his rarity. So starting with his front ratios, his lowest score is his deviation of ipsilateral alar angle and his jaw frontal angle. This is the 90-90 degree ideal thing, basically a balanced degree, and you can see it's a 0.3, not even a 1 out of 10. This is horrendous. I mean, it's absolutely steamingly disgusting. It's totally out of the ideal range. His jaw frontal angle is 103.4 degrees, and normally that would be kind of the max range you'd want as long as the eyes are that same, but of course they're not going to be, and then the eyes are 82.6 degrees. So you can change this with the jaw for sure, and this would bring it back to ideal. One eye apart test is a 2.34 out of 10. You can see the distance of his eyes are 1.14 times. And then his eyebrow tilt, he doesn't really have eyebrows. This is the main thing about Mas, is his eyebrows are non-existent. Now, he plays a lot of villain characters, and he plays them well, so the no eyebrows does actually fit most of his roles, so it's not too big of an issue in his work that he does. But just for his harmony and for his actual facial attractiveness, not including his voice, his height, his status, other things like that, his fashion, it's not ideal. Now, I actually have added some eyebrows to him. They aren't the best. They're a little positively tilted. They're a little aggressive looking. But you can see how they look. And, I mean, tell me what you think. Do they look better than no eyebrows? I think if you see his face, a lot of people are used to mask without any eyebrows, so it may look strange at first, but it definitely does look better or healthier. It looks like there's no missing eyebrows. It looks like he almost shaves them, but with this photo you can see the shadow under his brow ridge kind of looks like eyebrows, and then it gives the illusion that he has low set eyebrows, which he doesn't. He has medium set. So overall, he would look better with eyebrows, and there are certain things you can do, like an eyebrow transplant or minoxidil, all that stuff. Peptides, lash serum, all those things. So moving on, his jaw frontal angle by itself is a 4.97 out of 10. His eyebrow low settedness is a 5 out of 10. You can see medium set. Cheekbone height, 7 out of 10. He has very pronounced cheekbones. They're a little lower, but they're medium to high set, honestly. They are pretty pronounced. They do look great. Lateral canthal tilt is an 8.6. They are positively tilted. Pretty good overall. And then he also has like the squinting eye look naturally. I looked at most of his photos, and this is him older. This isn't him in his prime, but I couldn't find any suitable pictures that would be worth an analysis when he was younger. His highest scores, though, he has quite a few in the 10 out of 10 range. That's amazing. Lower third, middle third are both 10 out of 10, and this top third is just slight. Actually, it's really good, actually. A 9.85 out of 10. Curious to why that's not a 10. Ear protrusion angle is a 10 out of 10. Definitely the ears look great. They don't protrude too far out. No need for an autoplasty or anything like that. Bitemporal width is a 10 out of 10 as well. Overall, a really good looking face. Nothing really too special. And I think you'll see that on his score. Not that I want to spoil it yet. But his neck width also is ideal. A lot to do with his jaw angling. That could be optimized. And then his eyebrow area. After that, I think he would really boost up his score. So let's move on to his side ratios. But first, if you want to try the app for yourself, you can use my code LookLogix. It's my referral code, and you'll get 20% off any plan you choose. I'll put a link in the description and the comment if you want to check it out. So moving on to side ratios, this is a pretty good side profile I was able to use in Landmark. His lowest score is a 1.76 out of 10. It's his lower lip S-line position. And then his nasofrontal angle right here with the brow ridge area. And you can see this looks really weird. It looks like someone put this into Photoshop and pressed liquify on his jaw and then brought it all the way back. This is absolutely disgusting. It's atrocious. Kind of hard to look at as well. I feel kind of nauseous looking at this. Yeah, I feel actually looking at this jaw makes me feel violated. I want to close my legs when I look at this. It's really just whatever's going on here. It looks like it's brought all the way back. It's really unfortunate. And then you can see his upper lip looks really good, but whatever's going on with this lower jaw area is quite disgusting. I think this side profile will get quite a higher score though than his front, and we'll see what it is. But it's just this little area right here which is really screwing things up, and that's what shows his lower lip S-line position being only a 1.76. And then his submental cervical angle isn't that good. You can see there's a lot of subcutaneous and visceral fat around his lower area. Nothing that a little liposuction could handle. His nasofacial angle is a 2.99 out of 10. Also, he could lean out a little more. He has excess facial fat, not only from the aging, but also from his health indicators are pretty low. So he could change to a more optimal diet first up, and then more sun. Facial convexity in Asian is a 6.11 out of 10. That's not bad. His gonial angle is pretty good. He has a nice long ramus, which is this part from the base of the ear down here to the base of the jaw where the gonian is. The recession relative to Frankfurt plane is not bad at all. It's actually a 9.17 out of 10. You can see this is the difference at his jaw. It's just backed up a little bit, and it's mainly this curve in which is really, really bad. The brow ridge inclination angle, 10 out of 10. Overall pretty good here, and then you can see all his upper lip, just like I said, is in the ideal range. It looks quite good, but you can see from his front ratio, it's causing this weird little lip in, you can kind of tell, and then on the side it really shows it. And then you just want to, call out for help, and if you saw him walking down the street and you just saw his side profile, I would honestly move to the other side of the street. This is kind of like disturbing, right? I mean, it's a very violating side profile, honestly. You could show this in like an interrogation room probably, and they would probably tell you the truth, because how much fear, if you just showed them this bottom jaw area, just this bottom jaw, everything else is pretty okay. It's actually pretty good, but if you just cut out this little lower jaw area and put it on a picture, I mean, that would be like a jump scare, honestly. If you just woke up to that, like, wow. Let's see what his total score is now. Let's see what Mass actually gets. Okay, Mass Mikkelsen gets a 5.67 out of 10. Top 34%, about 1 in 3 people. He has good harmony. It's interesting. So his front does get a higher rating than his side. I think just overall, he gets that. The low score, I mean, at 5.2, he's above average, so around that 5.5. I would say in his prime, he was at least a 6. But this lower lip, I just have to keep bringing it up, honestly, guys. Not only to just have something to talk about in this video, instead of just go through his analysis, but it does look really rough. Here's his plan and potential that he can do. Yeah, exactly. The bimaxillary osteotomy. I butchered that pronunciation, but his suborbital rim implants he can also do. Regular exercise routine. The only exercise I recommend is high intensity. Obviously, for him being older, this would really work out. His fat grafting could add 0.22 points. Facial liposuction, as it did catch that, and that's what I was going to mention with his neck area. So his target's at 8.4 out of 10, which is amazing. That's really good. These are the rest of his things. If you want to look at it, you can pause. We'll finally go over his key strengths. Right down here. Yeah, balanced jaw growth. Ideal jaw width. Yeah, for sure. Balanced upper lip fullness. But it's just his lower lip. Alright, here we go. Areas of improvement. Long mid-face, over-projected chin, maxillary recession. and then 12 more. Soft and weak brow ridge, round neck region, overly small eyes, thin lower lip, close set eyes, flat eyebrows, medium set cheekbones. I think they're almost moderately low. No, they're not moderately low. That may be from my inaccurate landmarking, but he has medium to high set cheekbones. That's just inaccurate. Overly retruded lower lip. The lower lip is too recessed, reducing fullness and profile balance. This is the lowest one, I would say. Now, this is only minus 0.07 points, but I think it's one of his major ones. And then minus 0.34 points for his minor proportional variations that don't fit into one specific category. So there you go, guys. This is how attractive Mads Mikkelsen really is. If you want to see any more videos like this with anyone specific, just leave a comment and I'll check it out. Thank you all for watching. And once again, if you want to use the app for yourself, I have a 20% off any plan. LookLogix. I'll put it in the link in the description, or I'll put it in the comment in the description. And I'll see you in the next video.